Hello everyone, this brief video will go over some of the advanced ways to use question banks in Schoology. This is sort of an odd aspect and it isn't the easiest thing to get your head around using Schoology. But after some experimenting, we finally figured this out. So I want to go through you with this. So in the past, I've already showed you how to create a quiz. And you can just easily create a quiz, and we'll kind of go over that really quickly. But what I want to talk about is how can you use like a random question bank. Maybe you have a bank of 50 questions and you only want to assign perhaps 20 of those questions to your students and have that bank, pick from all 50 questions, which gives a little more security if you're doing any online quizzing using Schoology, which is a nice feature. So we're going to talk about that today. So here's how this begins. I'm going to actually go to my resources tab up here, go to my personal resources. And I have some question banks, but I'm actually going to show you what we're doing with AP World. So I'm going to go to my AP World question bank. This says share with others because I share it with other teachers teaching AP World. But if this was your own question bank, you could just add resources here, and you would add a question bank. Okay, so at the very bottom. Okay, that's actually the first step. So I'm going to go into my shared question banks. Okay, let that load up. And I already have a whole bunch here, okay, but I gotta make a few more, okay? So I'm gonna add one I'm gonna try to keep this all naming the same way, all right? So I can't copy and paste that, oh well. All right, so let me add a new bank. I'm just gonna call it chapter, try to keep it the same, chapter 25 QB. I enabled question tracking. I haven't really figured out how I'll ever use this yet, but I said might as well enable it if it exists. So I'll create that bank, okay? And then you see in the list, it's already there. There's no questions in it, obviously. If I click on it, there's nothing there, okay? But I'm gonna, go back. I'm gonna probably add a couple more. I'll just do add a question bank, and I'll call it chapter 26 QB. Just copy that so I can just use the same naming format. Okay, and maybe there it is, and maybe I'll add one more, and we'll just call it chapter 27 QB. And for kicks, let's just do one more. Okay. Okay, enable question tracking. Okay, so I made the banks first. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're actually going to do it. So it's kind of a weird thing with this, and I'm going to try it actually a brand new way. Let me go to question. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to add questions, and it's really weird here. It only lets you add questions manually right now from Schoology. So if I said multiple choice, I would actually have to go in and literally paste questions in from another bank or create my own, which is fine if you do that. But if you work from a generated test bank, maybe you're a textbook company or something you purchase or the school purchased, you actually have a nice question bank, you actually want to use that. Schoology does allow you to import questions if they're in a Blackboard format. Blackboard's another learning management system that's very popular in universities and colleges. So I'm actually going to go, back to my courses. And I do this first in a template course. I've explained the reasons why I do some things in template courses first, and I push them out to my real courses. Okay, so we have this folder called Reading Quizzes. And I just call it Reading Quiz Chapter 22, Reading Quiz Chapter 23, Reading Quiz Chapter 24. Okay, so I'm going to do one for Reading Quiz Chapter 25. So I'm just going to make a new test or quiz. I'm going to call it Reading Quiz. You know what? Here's how I do this. I just make a fake one. I'm just going to call it 25 for now. Not going to do any of this things to assign. I'm just going to call it 25. All right? Now I'm going to add questions to 25. And I'm going to import those questions from a test or quiz, or from a question bank, excuse me. I'm going to import from a question bank. And what's going to do, excuse me, I lied to you. I'm going to import it from a test or quiz. And so I went import from test or quiz. I'm going to hit Blackboard. And now this little file is going to ask me where is this all stored. So I go to Google Drive, and I know I have my stuff saved here, but wherever you save your stuff. And I am going to go through, and I know that I have it in this thing called Easy Test Blackboard. And this is chapter 25. I'm going to open that up. It imported them all already. And now I have all the questions from that chapter. It's probably about almost 40. Okay, and I'm done. All right, now here's the weird thing. Let me actually make a duplicate tab so I can kind of go back and forth easier. Go back to my resources, where I found that bank. Go to my AP World question banks. Okay. And I got to go into 25 question bank. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go edit. Oh, excuse me. I'm not going to click on that. I'm going to open up and I'm going to say options. Oh, I'm not doing it right. I'm so sorry. Let me figure this out again. What I need to do, this is where it always confuses me. And once you do it a few times, you get used to actually doing it. I'm back in that reading quiz I already made. Back in that template section I told you about. There's a little options drag down. It says add questions to bank. Okay. And now I select all the questions I have. And I go next. And I select a question bank. It's shared by others. Remember, I told you you have your home bank or you have others that are shared by other teachers. Go to AP World. And I go chapter 25. And I go add questions. Okay. Now all those questions are now in that bank. So let's do that. Let's do that a couple times here. This might be a little boring, but at least we'll all get the sense of what's going on here. So I'm back in my reading quizzes. So there's that chapter 25 reading quiz. Okay. And I am going to make a new quiz. I'm just going to call it 26. I'm going to create it. Okay. I'm going to add questions to it. I'm going to import a test or a quiz. I'm going to get it from Blackboard. Next. I'm going to look for the file where I have all of my little question bank saved. Open it up and I import it. Okay. Now hit the little drop down button. I'm going to add it to a question bank. And now I'm going to add all those questions to the question bank that I have now shared with others. AP World question banks. And I go to 26. And I say add questions. Now they're all added. Go back up to the folder where all the quizzes are. I'm going to add new materials. Going to add another test or quiz. See how fast you can do it once you get going? I'm going to call it 27. All right, I'm going to add a question from a test. I'm going to call it Blackboard. I'm going to go next. I'm going to get it from a file. I'm going to find where the file's saved, 27. Open it up. Import them all in. Hit the little drop down. Add questions to bank. Good. Add them all. Next. Select the bank. Share with others. AP World. 27. Add question to the bank. And if you're not bored already, we'll do it one more time. I'm going to add a test or a quiz. I'm going to call it 28. I'm going to create it. I'm going to add questions to 28. I'm going to import a test or a quiz. I'm going to call from Blackboard. I'm going to add a file to it. I'm going to go down 28. I'm going to open up the file. I'm going to import it. Good deal. Options. I'm going to add those questions to my 28 bank. Next. Select bank. AP World. Share with others. AP World. 28. Add question to the bank. All right, now. Whew. So I have all these little quizzes now. I just did by numbers, 25, 26, 27, 28. But now those aren't the ones I'm actually going to use with my students. And I'm going to actually, oops, sorry, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to actually now go. Let's work on 25 first. Okay? So I'm going to go back up here one more time. I'm going to say add a test or a quiz. I'm going to give its full name, Reading Quiz Chapter 25. Okay, and then where the dates yet and that kind of stuff. I'm going to go create. So I'm going to add a question to it, but I'm going to now import from a question bank because I already put the questions from 25 into a bank. So it's a little bit different. Now here's what's really cool. You can do individual questions where you just select which ones you want to use from your bank, or I like the random questions. All right, so now it says, okay, what bank am I going to draw from? I go back to my AP World Bank, and I just click on 25, select question bank, and there's 36 questions. Well, I'm only going to select 20, and I'm only going to give them 1 point per question. So now what's going to happen now is going to draw right from that bank of 36. So it's kind of nice. Students will see the questions in random order if you make that an option, but they'll also get different questions. Now for some of you that might be a really bad thing, but I think for at least a content-driven course, that's kind of nice. It at least keeps them on their toes and keeps them honest. So add questions. Okay, cool. So now this is all set. So even in here now, I can set the options for this quiz. Excuse me. I can go like settings, and what I like to do is right now this is the same for any quiz feature. If you do it online, it's always default is hidden, so they can't see it. I'm going to go available now, but if you want to do a date or start date or end date, you can do that. I like to put a time limit on mine. Yes, I think we'd usually do about 30 minutes. They can do one attempt. We're going to randomize the order. We're going to make it resumable, meaning that for some reason they lose a connection, they can get back into it. They're going to view their submissions, yes, but we'll show them the correct answers later, at least the way we do it. And I save the changes. Okay, cool. So now that quiz is pretty much ready to go. I can push it out to my real course in a moment. Okay. So now I'll do a couple other ones. So just so you saw how I did that. I'm going to add another test again. Reading quiz. Can't type. Chapter, let me just copy that so I can just use that again. 26. Create. I'm going to add a question. I'm going to add it from a question bank. I'm going to go random questions. And I'm going to go to my bank from AP World Questions. I'm going to go down to 26. Just going to check the box. Select question banks. I want 20 out of the 40. I like just the 1 point. Add the questions. And I'm going to go to settings. And I'm going to make it available now. And I do all the time limit stuff. Yes. 30. One attempt. Randomize the order. Question review, no. Resumable, yes. And a yes for that. And I'm done. All right. So that quiz is ready to be pushed out. Okay. Okay, I just made an additional one, but I want to show you one more feature that you could probably do for a larger review. So let me do one more test and quiz. I just made 27. I didn't show you that. I'll do 20. Excuse me. I'll do 28. Okay, which is great. I'm going to create it, and I'm going to add questions. Same idea. Questions from a bank, which I already been showing you. Random questions. And I go to my banks. But now here's what you can do. If you actually wanted to, you can select many different banks. So maybe you wanted to do like a 5-chapter review or a 10-chapter review, whatever you want to do, you can select them all. And then it would show you all the banks. So if I just did that for this one, which I won't do, but let's just see how it looks. I selected 3 banks. See, now you can actually pick which questions, how many questions you want from each bank. That's really useful, I think, for even like a larger review. But I don't want to do that for this one. So again, I'm just going to pick the 1 bank, right? And I'm going to pick chapter 28, select the questions, and I only want 20, 1 point, add questions, and I'll do my settings for the quiz, and it's the same thing I've been showing you, okay? So I think we have that now. That's pretty, once you do this a few times, it becomes almost just, you know, really, really, really easy. But the first time doing it, I always forget. I forgot, you know, right before this. I couldn't remember where to do the banks. So you gotta be careful with that. All right. Okay, here we go. So we're all done with that. So I save my changes. So now here's what I do. I go back out to my reading quizzes, and now I want the ones that we just made today. I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm actually going to delete these because I really don't need these now. So I delete all these. These are kind of like the garbage ones now. Okay, because these are ones I just made to make a bank. Okay, so it's a little crazy. You got to do this twice. Hopefully they'll fix that. But as of now, this other way does work once you put them into the bank. So I deleted those random ones that I made, but now I'm going to add this to my courses. So I'm going to copy to a course. I'm going to copy to my AP World class. Select the folder that it's from. I think it's just reading quizzes. All right, this is chapter 25, and I actually have a due date for it. It's actually due on Monday, okay? And it's a quiz, grade category, and I copied over. So 25 is there, ready to go. And that's how you would go ahead now and do that for all of the different quizzes that you made. All right, so I hope that was helpful, and it's an easy process once you do it a few times. Okay, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.